Hi, I'm Jamie from Jamie's Supper Club, and in this video I'm going to show you how to prepare this week's main course, the turkey roulade. So the turkey I buy from my local butcher, Hedone Son. They're an amazing butcher. I also got the ox cheeks, which I did a couple of weeks ago from there. Amazing stuff. They're based in Camberley. If you like meats, that's a great place to check out. And they get their turkey from Barracks Farm, which is a farm only 15 miles from here. So it's very local and very, very good quality. So the turkey roulade comes in a bag, as you see here. This one I've named Home, so I know it's the one to use for the demo. So the turkey roulade I have rolled and then slow cooked for 3 hours in a water bath. I love turkey thighs because they've got lovely flavour and they're a little bit more forgiving than breast meat. So once I cooked it for 3 hours, I finished it off quickly in the oven at a very, very high temperature just to give the skin on the outside some colour. And I stuff it with some sage as well. So what you need to do is to find yourself a saucepan. Make sure the saucepan is big enough so you can put the turkey roulade inside, so it fits. Boil a kettle or just fill it up with some hot water. Make sure there's enough hot water to cover the turkey once the turkey is inside the saucepan. Bring that up to a simmer. It doesn't have to be a rolling boil, but make sure that it's simmering. And then once it is simmering, and only once it is simmering, you can place the turkey into the water bath. Make sure that it's fully covered with water. And then leave it in there simmering on the stove for 8 minutes. And after 8 minutes, it's reheated and ready to eat. I've already reheated this one earlier, so I'm just going to leave it there in the water to keep it warm. So the next thing to do is the parsnip puree, which comes again in a little bag. So the thing to do with this one is just snip off a corner. Like so, and then empty that into a saucepan. Make sure you get as much out as you can. Okay, best I can do. And then you want to bring this to the stove and just warm it gently over a medium heat. Until it just starts to steam. Make sure that it's fully warmed through before it's ready to eat. I'm going to put it on a high heat on this video just to speed things up a little bit, but when you're doing it at home, best to do it over a medium heat. Make sure you've got a spoon or something to stir it with. Stir it often so that it distributes the heat and so it doesn't stick at the bottom of the pan. Just get that one going. So while that one's warming, you've got the demi-glace, which is the sauce for the turkey roulade. So what I have in here is a whole range of vegetables and also some kombu, which is Japanese sea kelp. A lot of the vegetables in here have some lovely umami flavor, as does the kombu, the original source of umami. That is roasted in the oven for a number of hours until it's really nicely caramelized. And then I add some water, so all the flavor comes out into the liquid, and then I simmer that down until you get basically an umami bomb, just a concentration of flavors, almost a toffee consistency. So it's really rich. So if you want to take that, just carefully open it up and empty that into a small saucepan. And again, just warm it over medium heat. There we go. And then the last thing you need to do is prepare your garnish. So it says garnish on the container. So just open that up, like so. And inside you will find the pancetta crisps, which are inside the aluminium foil. So first of all, just put those to one side, and then you're left with the honey glazed carrots and the blanched
sprouts.
Sprouts. I've had a long day cooking for you guys. Can't believe I forgot. But those are sprouts. So I remove the leaves from the sprouts. I use the leaves only because it just, I think, gives it a really nice touch. They just present very nicely on the dish. Everything's heating up here nicely. Right, so you've got your carrots and your sprouts. You just want to put this leave it in the container, and then just warm it up in the microwave for 1 minute. So I'm going to do that now. And as things warm up on the stove, just turn everything down to the lowest setting, and then that will just keep things warm whilst you're preparing everything else. So I've got 2 portions here. I'm only going to plate one for you to see. Put this one to one side. So while we wait for the garnish to heat up, I'm going to take the turkey roulade out of the water bath. So be careful you don't burn your fingers. And then what I've got here is a pasta bowl, basically any bowl that will help you capture all the liquid comes out, so you don't make too much of a mess. So I'm just going to open this up with a pair of scissors. And then carefully take them out. So there we are, we've got 4 slices of the turkey roulade. So I said I've got 2 portions here, so it'll be 2 per portion. So to plate, I've got the parsnip puree. I'm just going to plate this very, very simply, very, very simple presentation. But by all means at home, if you want to try something fancy, feel free to be creative and put your own twist on it. So I'm just going to set the parsnip puree in the center. There we go. So 2 good spoonfuls of the parsnip puree. And then just against that, I'm going to set the turkey roulade, like so. Again, I'm used to this, but make sure you don't burn your hands. Feel free to use a spoon to help you move that over to there. So my garnish is ready. And I'm just going to distribute the glazed carrots around. Again, remembering I've got 2 portions in here. Like so. And then I'm going to take the Brussels sprouts, take the leaves and just distribute a few around like so. It's nice if you've got them facing up, just give it a all nice presentation. I think that should be enough. And then last but not least, I've got the lovely sauce here. I'm just going to spoon that over the meat. And last but certainly not least, the lovely pancetta crisp, which has got lovely saltiness, which I think goes very nicely against the parsnip puree, which obviously has a lovely sweetness to it. So just very carefully, it is quite brittle, it is quite delicate. Just lift that gently and just place that on top like so. So there you have this week's main course. Turkey roulade, parsnip puree, honey glazed carrots, and the Brussels sprout leaves with the demi-glace sauce and the pancetta crisp on top. Enjoy!